Welcome back to Minecraft Seniors. In part 2 we ended up with a hut, a bed, and a respawn point. In part 3 we delve into caves, mines, and yes, monsters. But first, a bit of housekeeping. Hit the T key, then / game rule, keep inventory, and then true. This will allow you to keep your inventory if you die. Otherwise, your inventory is dropped where you died, and you have a few minutes after spawning again to actually go find it. At this point, it makes sense to go find some iron ore. So I'm getting together some inventory items for that. A couple of pickaxes and so on. Typically, iron ore can be found in big mountains on the surface sometimes, in mines or in caves. So I'm going to start out mining, but we'll find out I eventually end up in a cave anyway. The other thing I need in either a cave or a mine is some way to see, so I need to make some torches. To craft torches, I just need the basic crafting capability. So I hit E and then I populate with coal and sticks, and every coal and stick pair gives me 4 torches, or in this case 16 total. So what the heck, let's get some more sticks and make some more torches. So to head down the mine, I've got, looks like 44 torches, some food, 3 or 4 iron pickaxes, and I'm going to go back to where I capped off this mine and see if I can find a way to get further down. I break open the blocks that I put there earlier after getting to my pickaxe. And there's a cave. The only problem is I'm kind of on a ledge above the cave. I can see some iron ore down there, also some lava flowing. So the question is, how do I get down there without dying? If I jump that far, I'll get hurt pretty bad. So I'm looking for a way to chip away at the sides or the walls and see if they go all the way down, and I can kind of chip my way down. And it's not particularly obvious. I stepped off a ledge unintentionally, fell in the lava, and I'm done for. So I just hit respawn. It takes me back to where my bed is. Notice that I still have all my inventory because I keep inventory on. And I'm not deterred. I'm headed back down the cave to see if I can do this with a little more grace. I could try to break my way down another wall, or you could find some gravel somewhere because you can drop that and build a tower. But let's take a look around and see if there's maybe a passageway. And sure enough, there's a passageway down to the lava, but it's not without its drawbacks. A couple of skeletons, some monsters here. 2 of those is pretty hefty thing to go up against, so I'm just gonna, in the words of Sir Robin, run away. So you may have noticed skeletons have bows and arrows. I just have an old stone axe, so I'm not very well equipped to fight these guys. I need armor or more enhanced weapons or something. So I'm hoping they will just lose interest and eventually disappear, and I can go still mine some of that iron ore. So let's peek around. They're still fussing around down there. One of them has died. Sometimes the skeletons fight each other when you're not there. and they sometimes leave arrows that you can pick up, and you can make a bow later and maybe use the arrows that you get from the skeletons. We're going to venture out again, see if I can get that iron ore, but nope, skeleton's following me. I'm really losing some health here. Notice I'm down by 3 hearts and 1 turkey leg, and there comes a skeleton after me. I'm going to hide around this corner and fight him. And I hit him with my axe a few times and he goes down. So I get the status of monster hunter. With both skeletons out of the way, I can go up and now mine the iron ore. It's not much of it, just 2 blocks. But it's a start. And it's sometimes a good idea to mine kind of around where blocks are, because sometimes there's other blocks of ore nearby. Okay, I kind of want to take stock of my surrounding. That's where I came from. So I need to either build a way back up or abandon this life and concede that this is a suicide mission. Notice I haven't eaten anything really, and so my health is down to 3.5 hearts, which I should really take care of. Instead, I'm looking around, found some coal. I think I'm going to get the coal. Always useful to have. And now I'll just start looking around in various passageways. It finally dawns on me that I need to eat something, so I start chewing on the cooked mutton. That rejuvenates my health a little bit and makes me a little bit more secure. Notice that I have this green bar of experience points, they call it, which total right now 5, which is not very much. Experience points come in handy later as we try to use enchantments and other things. Okay, so I'm just going to hunt down some cylinders, some passageways, and see if I can find any more iron. And there's the way back up, so I know how to do that if I need to. And here we go, looking around. I'm just going to use the torch, light up some passageways, and see if I can find any more, useful resources. You'll hear a little chirping sound. That's actually an enderman somewhere nearby. Endermen are these black, 3-block high bad guys, and they don't really attack you unless you look at them, but then they are very aggressive. And the way to defeat them is to get in someplace that's only 2 blocks high. They come and try to attack you and they can't get you, and then you just beat them until they're gone. We'll see that happening in a little bit. Here we're exploring more dark passageways without much success in finding anything, but maybe later. Here's more passageways. I keep looking around occasionally to see if there's some like iron ore on the ceiling or something. Some iron ore finally. So I pick up a few blocks here. There are occasions when there's just a whole motherload of iron ore deeper in the caves. That's lucky to get into because that kind of sets you up for the rest of the game. But it's not every time through that you find those. Okay, still looking. Still hunting for iron ore. Let's go down this corridor and light it up a little bit. Drop a torch. And there's some iron ore, but it's in a very awkward place. There's a little bit of gold ore. Let's see, I try to break that with my stone pickaxe. And what happens is it breaks, but you don't get an ingot. You don't get a piece of gold ore. You need at least a iron pickaxe to get gold ore. So let's see, how can we get down there? If I just break it where it is, it'll just fall to the floor and I won't be able to get the iron ore. So I've got to try some other mechanism for getting it down there. So I can jump down next to it by putting in some blocks. And maybe I can burrow around it somehow. We'll break a block next to it. See how that works out. I didn't mean to really fill that back in again, so let's hammer it out again. Go around it. Ooh, there's more there. That's encouraging. Maybe I can get down a side of it, to the side of it, and catch it before it falls to the floor below. Let's give it a shot. Okay, I think I got that one. And I've got two more here. So let's try to work our way through that. Okay, grab that one. That one I got. This one, I think I got that one, but I fell to the floor. At this point, it's going to be difficult to get back up to where I started. So I may be in for a suicide run. At this point, I'm not really concerned about getting back because I don't think that's going to happen. So the whole point is to gather as many resources as possible before you get killed somehow. I'm noticing there's a zombie. It's probably going to come after me fairly soon. So get ready for that. Get ready with the stone axe. Zombies aren't horribly tough to kill, but if there are more than one of them, that can be kind of tough. Now I noticed when I was killing the zombie that there is also an enderman running around. Those two green or purple dots are the eyes. So I'm building a little hut here that's too high so that I can hide in it, but the enderman can't get me. And let's go see where he is. Right there. So you point the focus at his face. He's already attacking me, but he'll keep trying to come after me. But from here I can just hit the enderman and ultimately kill him. And he drops an ender pearl, which is a useful thing to have. Now, since the immediate mobs are gone, I can refuel with my cooked mutton, then go get this iron ore that's just been sitting out there waiting for me to have a clear shot. We'll zip through this next section as I try to just look around for anything, trying different corridors. Got a little bit of iron ore till finally we come to a place where, until we run into, let me see what, a creeper. These little guys just blow themselves up, so if you can hit them and stay away from them, you can avoid damage. But if they're right next to you or right next to your hut, they can make a mess. Still exploring. A little bit of coal there. So we mine the coal. And then we have to build a little platform to get out of this hole. Now there's a bunch of exploring, so we'll kind of zip through it. Get a little bit of iron ore there. Checking to see how much iron ore I have. Get a little bit of food. There's another little pocket of iron ore. But I seem to have explored most things in this part of the cave. I'm hearing some monster noises in this area. So I burrow through a wall, and sure enough, there is a much bigger cave, although one that's very hard to access. So we'll speed this up. I kind of try to work my way down. Let's see, I think I run into a zombie here in a minute. Yep, there he is. I don't know what happened to him. I hit him, but I don't know if he dies when he falls that far. Anyway, find a little bit of iron ore on the way down. Pretty good vein. There's some gravel right there that I probably could use to get partway down or to get down over a lesser distance. There's more iron ore on the other side over there, so maybe I'll try to work my way over that direction. So I found a path over there, and I put some blocks underneath. Make sure I catch it instead of having it fall down to the depths. So again, it's a couple of blocks underneath to make sure that it comes to me and not somewhere else. I kind of would like to work my way mostly to the bottom of this cave. Reason being that at the very bottom there tends to be a higher probability of finding diamonds, and I actually about this time needed some diamonds to progress very much further. So I keep trying to get deeper into this cave without falling through and killing myself in the process. You probably can't hear him because of the speed up, but I've got a skeleton shooting at me. So I'm burrowing a hole into the mountainside here to hide away, and just in case he's really close. Seems to be quite a ways away, but he has hit me once. So I'll burrow here for a minute and then start trying to work my way back down again. This is a technique where if you have a solid rock face next to you, you can just lay blocks in sort of a stair-step pattern, and that way get down further into the cave. But I've got a skeleton after me, so I've got to take care of that somehow or die trying. And my axe is not very efficient, but I finally got him after losing a few hearts. So I'm going to eat my cooked mutton and recover my health. So So I got over to the rock face that is kind of got these little stair steps, which I was hoping to get to help me get down without getting hurt. So I light my way a little bit and try to find a way down that's fairly straightforward. Oh boy, I didn't mean to fall that far. It almost took me out. So, but I'm now at the bottom of the cave. Need to get some health back, so up on the wall you can see something called redstone. And let's see, we'll go past this, carefully past the lava. Make sure we don't get killed in there. And up to the redstone. The redstone's not particularly useful except at the very end of the game, or if you want to do remote control kinds of things. But you can win the game almost completely without it. But I believe you also have to have a diamond pickaxe, or an iron pickaxe, in order to mine redstone. I don't think a stone pickaxe will work. So it's time to make an iron pickaxe and maybe an iron axe as well. Yeah, I'm trying to get it with the stone axe, but that's not going to work. So I don't want to get caught down here with mobs coming after me. So I'm going to make a little shelter, and then I'll do some crafting. So I'll block the shelter off, light it up, and then put a distinctive dirt block in the way that I know which way to get out. And then hollow out this a little bit, put down a crafting table, make a crafting table, and put it down, and then use the crafting table to get a furnace, because right now we have iron ore, but we need iron ingots in order to craft things from iron. So there's the table. Now I'm looking for the furnace, and there's the furnace. So go ahead and do that. Put down the furnace. Start cooking some iron ingots. Let's use the leaves to start with. And then we'll run out of those fairly quickly and start using coal and wood. You can use most flammable substances in the furnace. So I started with leaves because they're easy to pick up, but they go pretty fast. Next I put in some coal. I'll do some of this with coal, but I don't have that much coal. And coals are important for torches. So I don't want to use too much. So I'll put in, after that, some wood planks. Don't want to deplete them too much either, because you have sticks that are useful for making new tools. And we got about 21 iron ingots. I guess I could stop, but as long as we're here, let's get them done. Notice in the inventory we've got some arrows that we picked up from skeletons. The bones we pick up from skeletons as well. We have an ender pearl from killing the enderman. The two rotten flesh are probably from zombies that have been killed. There's a flint down there. The flint you get from mining gravel. Now that we have iron, we can craft an iron pickaxe, and I think I'll craft an iron axe as well. I want to be careful with how we use the iron so far. We could do all iron armor, but it it would use up almost everything that's left. I'm going to make one more stone axe just to have it there. And I threw away the rotten flesh because I'm not planning to eat that. And here we go with the furnace. Let's make a few more things to eat. So I guess we're going to cook the rest of the raw meat. Steak is done. I guess this is pork chops. Notice that my main inventory is now full and that the hot bar is almost full. So at this point on, from this point on, you have to be careful about managing those. And as we'll see, there are a couple of ways of doing that. I'm going to use a little different method. I'm going to create a box, throw stuff in the box. I don't actually anticipate ever coming back to the box, but at least it will get rid of some of the things in my inventory and leave space for other things. So here I'm going to make a space, drop the box in it, and get rid of some stuff like bones. And aside is, a stone basically. But I've got lots of other kinds of stone. Certainly, I'm going to get rid of the gravel. Certainly don't need the rotten flesh. Don't plan to eat that. And that at least clears up some of the spaces in my inventory. Maybe I'll get rid of the gray wool and the brown wool. It's unlikely that I'll use that, although I'm going to keep the white wool because there's enough there for another bed. Now I'm going to go back out into the world from my little hut, but I want to keep the furnace and the crafting table with me. So let's go see if there's any monsters that have appeared. I have an axe, but I don't have much life left in the axe. Also, I want to break the redstone above me, and I need the iron pickaxe to do that. So I'm going to put it down on the hot bar. And go out and move over, find the redstone again, grab a couple of those, and then I notice, I've got zombies coming down, and one apparently has snuck up behind me. Try to get to my axe, and now I've got two of them in me, and that's it. They've killed me. The zombies have prevailed, so I hit respawn and I'm back at my spawn point. And we'll let that be the end of Minecraft Seniors Part 3.